Hey everyone, Mike here from The Art of Guitar. I'm here today with kind of an emergency video. Last night I put up a video about the crazy mistakes that I found in the Master of Puppets tab book. And it got a lot of views and a lot of comments. And today I started reading the comments, and a lot of people had this misconception about the string being pulled off the edge of the fretboard. And a lot of people were like, no, that's actually true. That's how he got the high squeal during the Master of Puppets solo. And what's funny about that is it's been perpetrated over the years because of a couple things. First of all, the tab book does say, pull the string off the edge of the fretboard, touch it on the pickup, and then pull up on the whammy bar. And when I was younger, if you watch my other video, I talk about it, I thought it was true, but I tried it and I just could never get it to work correctly. So I found out what really goes on, and I'll talk about that later in this video. But what mainly pushed this idea was a Guitar World, I believe, interview with Kirk Hammett. And it's a great interview, but in that interview, he talks about the pulling the string off the fretboard. And he says, yeah, in the Master of Puppets recording session, I was soloing, and I just accidentally pulled the string off the fretboard, and it made this high sound, and we decided to keep it. But if you read carefully, he says it's within one of his phrases. So if you listen just to the isolated lead track, you could totally hear the part he's talking about. And it's right before the high squeal. So a lot of people, including myself, thought that the string being pulled off the edge of the fretboard caused this sound. Now I wish that was true, because that'd be really cool if you could make that sound just by pulling the string off the fretboard. But what he was actually referring to was the part right before that part. And because these two parts are literally back to back from each other, I could see why it added fuel to the fire as far as the confusion goes. So what part was Kirk actually talking about? Well, like I said, if you listen to the isolated track, you could hear it happening. If you've ever taken your string and accidentally pulled it off the edge, it makes this really weird sound. Hear that? So all of a sudden it jumps up in pitch because it goes off the edge and all of a sudden it's being fretted by the side of the frets. So it creates this really strange thing, and this has happened to me before as well. So I'd be playing on the first string and the string would just fall off and make this kind of quick high sound. And he said later in the interview that he could not reproduce it afterwards. That's because it's really hard to do it consistently. So here's the part. What Kirk intended to do most likely is this. But because the string slipped off the edge, it actually sounded more like this. I'll do it slow. Very weird effect, isn't it? Now the next part is pretty cut and dry what it is. It's a natural harmonic on the third string. They call this 2.6. So you go right in between the third fret box and you go up just a tiny bit and you get this really high harmonic. From there, just go crazy on the trem bar. And you'll be able to get that sound as well. And yes, it's a little bit embarrassing that I'm wearing this shirt for this video. When I threw it on today, I didn't really think of it. Maybe it was subconscious or something. But yeah, it's a little bit too on point from what I usually do. All right, everyone. So I hope that clears up this fallacy that's been perpetrated for many decades now. So the pulling off of the string did not cause that really high whammy bar part. It's the part right before it. So I really felt the need to get this out there, and hopefully it helped a lot of people. So I guess we'll catch you at the next lesson. Thanks. Bye-bye.